Hi everyone, welcome to my brand new YouTube channel. Here you will learn English in an entirely new way. English is not just about ABC, did you know? It is way more than that. Do you want to know how? Come, I'll show you around. Have you heard of examples like, my mother cooks food like a pro, or did you see him run? He is a horse in the field, or he runs like P.T. Usha. But have you ever thought why exactly are these likes and as used for comparisons? Have you ever wondered what exactly is the need for comparisons? Well, I'm sure right now you must be popping out with amazing, fantastic answers, and I so wish I could hear you. But oh hey, I still can. Why don't you type in your answers and your examples in the comment box below, and I'll be all ears to you. Meanwhile, let me explain to you why exactly are these comparisons used. Well, for each and every explanation of yours, these comparisons help to convey your meaning in a more understandable way, and rather definitely in a more relatable way. Now, look at it this way. If I tell you that my best friend has a long neck, doesn't that sound too simple? Right? But if I tell you that my best friend's neck is like a giraffe's, better, right? Now, imagine it this way. Imagine a giraffe's long neck and just replace it, of course, in a practical way, with that of my best friend's. Now, you see what we did here? This is exactly what we call comparison, wherein in an imaginary scenario, you actually create a situation of comparing with one thing with the other so that you can understand it in a much better way. Now, in this video, we are going to learn many figurative devices or figurative languages which will again be linked with your comparisons. I am sure there would have been many other figurative devices or figures of speech that you would have already done in school or would be going on in your schools, but here you're going to learn so much more than that. So come, let's find out our very first figure speech of today. The first figurative device that we have is alliteration. Yes, I know this is a lot commonly used figurative device, and this is only because this is the most easily explained, effective and enjoyable one. Did you see what we did here? If you were able to guess out the repetitiveness of the letter E in each of these words, then my friend, you are absolutely and alliteratively right. The second figurative device that we have is assonance. Well, assonance can be understood as the repetitiveness of the vowel words in any particular word. For example, the. The, for instance, has the repetitiveness of the word of the syllable E, and that is where assonance comes into the picture. The third figurative device that we have is anaphora. Anaphora can clearly be understood as the repetition of a word in a sentence, a clause, or a phrase. For example, in every cry of every man, in every infant's cry of fear. Now, I'm sure you got the point here, right? The fourth figurative device that we have is oxymoron. Now, oxymoron is one of those which are often confused ones. They seem to be very complicated, yet this is the most easiest of all. Oxymoron actually stands for that figurative device in which you use two words which have contradicting meaning. When I say contradicting, it means opposite meaning. For example, silent scream. Now just wonder, how can a scream be silent? Similarly, another example can be bright darkness. Now a darkness is supposed to be dark, right? How can it be bright? These are some examples of oxymoron. If you have any more examples, do type it out in the comment box below. The next figurative device that we have is personification. Now, personification, I'm sure you must already know about it, because yet it is also one of the most used figurative device. Personification can be understood of such figurative device wherein a person's characteristics is given to a non-living object. For example, the wind whispered in my ear, or this table can actually run, or this lampshade has been my best friend in the darkest of hours. The next figurative device that we have is simile and metaphor. Now, the reason why we've taken simile and metaphor together is because they are very similar at a lot of areas. Simile and metaphor have a very thin line difference. While simile actually stands for a direct comparison being happening, metaphor is one that mentions about an indirect comparison. Now, how would you find out whether a given sentence is a simile or a metaphor? It's very easy, trust me. Whenever you have any sentence being given out to you, the very first box that you need to tick is of finding out the words like or as. For example, she danced like a queen. Now, in this particular sentence, you know that there is the word like. The moment you see the word like or as in any particular sentence, remember that that particular sentence is 100% simile. Now, why is this a direct comparison? It is a direct comparison because in that particular sentence, you are able to see that you're comparing one person with another entity. Now, in the sentence that I gave to you, she danced like a queen, it clearly shows that her dancing skills are like that of a royal highness or a queen. While on the other hand, metaphor mentions about indirect comparisons. With indirect comparisons, which we mean that this comparison cannot be clearly seen out in a sentence. For example, she is a tigress in the field. Now, I am not directly stating out that she is like a tiger in the field, but I'm talking about the power that she has in the field, and that is what sums up your indirect comparison. With this, we've come towards the end of our video. I am so glad you came till the end and watched the entire range of figurative devices. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do like, share and subscribe this video. Don't forget to put in your comments in the comment box below. At the same time, do not forget to hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out on any notifications ever at all. Thank you so much, guys. It was wonderful seeing you here. We'll see you again in the next video. Till then, bye.